Crazy Mike, CrazyMikesapps.com with an iPhone app demo for Funny Bone by Bryan Montgomery. This application is in the entertainment category and works best on an iPhone or iPod Touch, currently selling for only 99 cents. There's also a Funny Bone Lite that is free that you can download and test drive before purchasing the full version. Funny Bone is a joke app filled with good-natured humor, spanning several different categories, providing some funny, bone-tickling laughs that can be shared with friends, families, and others. Let's check it out. Here's the opening screen with the different categories. Let's jump right into life, and we'll share a couple of short ones with you. You can see all the jokes that are in here. I'm going to tap on Q&A, and in here there's some funny stuff. So I'll jump in here to how do crazy people go through the forest? Of course, they take the psychopath. Ha ha. Let's see. How do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it. That's pretty good. How do you catch a tame rabbit? Tame way. Unique up on it. Get it? So you can scroll through here and see all these jokes, and you can copy and paste them, and there's a bunch, and then you can share them by tapping on the bottom there through Facebook, Twitter, email, and then more will allow you to do it through Tumblr and some other social networks. We're going to back out of there, and then we can go into crime. Always a good-natured crime joke is great. Tap on carjacking, and I'll go ahead and read this one to you. An elderly lady did her shopping and upon return found 4 males in her car. She dropped her shopping bags, drew her handgun, proceeding to scream at them at the top of her lungs that she knows how to use this gun, and she will if required. So get out of her car now. The 4 men didn't wait around for a second invitation, but got out and ran like mad. Whereupon the old lady loaded her shopping bags into the back of the car and got into the driver's seat. Small problem. Her key wouldn't fit into the ignition. Her identical car was parked 4 or 5 spaces further down. She reloaded her bags into her own car and drove into the police station. The sergeant to whom she told her story nearly tore himself in two, laughing, and pointed at the far end of the counter where 4 pale white males were reporting a carjacking by a mad elderly white woman. No charges were filed. That's good for a little bit of laugh there, and you can share that. One thing I found is sharing jokes on Facebook and Twitter seem to get some great responses and likes from friends because I think people just want to laugh. Well, let's go into family life and share one more with you. Let's see. That wasn't it there. There's one more that I wanted to share with you. I think it's life. Write it down. All right. An 80-year-old couple were having problems remembering things, so they decided to go to their doctor and to get checked out to make sure nothing was wrong with them. When they arrived at the doctor's, they explained to the doctor about the problems they were having with their memory. After checking the couple out, the doctor tells them that they were physically okay, but might want to start writing things down to make notes to help remember things. The couple thanked the doctor and left. Later that night, while watching TV, the man got up from his chair, and his wife asked, "Where are you going?" He replies, "To the kitchen." She asks, "Will you get me a bowl of ice cream?" He replies, "Sure." She then asks him, "Don't you think you should write it down so you can remember?" He says, "No, I can remember that." She says, "Well, I would also like some strawberries on top." "You better write that down because I know you'll forget that." He says, "I can remember that." "You want a bowl of ice cream with strawberries?" She replies, "Well, I'd also like whipped cream on top, and I know you will forget, so you better write it down." With irritation in his voice, he says, "I don't need to write that down. I can remember that," and he then fumes into the kitchen. After about 20 minutes, he returns from the kitchen and hands her a plate of bacon and eggs. She stares at the plate for a moment, and then she says angrily, "I told you to write it down. You forgot my toast." Ha ha. Those people are whack. That's a pretty funny joke, actually, and I like that. I did share that on Facebook. Now, when sharing on Facebook and Twitter, you are going to have to copy and then paste the joke into whichever social network you are using, but you can see them and they can be accessed there very easily. That is Funny Bone, and this has been Crazy Mike from Crazy Mike's Apps saying see ya.